The game hangs in the balance at Chester-le-Street after 14 wickets fell on day 3. Durham resumed on day 3 on 3-2-1 for 6 in their first innings, still with a 25-run deficit. And it was clear from the off that Carse and Clark, the not-out batsmen overnight, were in no mood to take their time overhauling that margin. They struck 11 off the first over of the day from Whittingham. At the other end, Jordan fared far better, producing back-to-back maidens. But Whittingham fell prey to bowling at least one loose delivery every over, and in his third of the day was smashed for 6 by Carse. That propelled Durham into a first innings lead, and the pair continued to drive proceedings forward. Carse approached his 50, and the partnership was worth 84 when Jordan finally made the breakthrough, trapping Clark LBW for 88. In the next over, Whale fell LBW to Garton for a duck. Jordan and Garton then managed to tie Carse and new partner Rushworth down for a few overs, before Carse finally managed to score his maiden first-class half-century. He celebrated reaching the milestone with a 6 off Garton, but in the next over Rushworth became the 9th wicket down as he became Ollie Robinson's 5th victim of the innings. Carse and Onions wagged briefly to carry the lead up to 39, but Onions then caught Evans off Whittingham for 4, giving Durham a first innings total of 385. Clark the top scorer with 88, Latham, Steele and Carse all with telling contributions, with the ball Robinson's first 5 for this season helping Sussex limit the damage. In reply, Sussex's second innings started well, with Wells and Finch striking at least one boundary off each of the first 5 overs. The score, 26 without loss after the opening 30 balls, and they managed to maintain that brisk run rate in the remaining 6 overs before lunch, first of all moving into the lead and then reaching the first break of the day on 53 without loss. After the interval, it was much of the same, with Wells scoring at a slightly faster rate than his fellow opener. The Sussex skipper backed up his century from the first innings with a rapid acceleration onto 50 as the pair's partnership moved to 100. However, with just one further run added, Durham brought the partnership to an end, Whale with the wicket, having Finch caught by Collingwood for 37. Wells followed 3 overs later, nicking off to the opening ball of the third over of Rushworth's spell. Out for 58, Wells was joined in the pavilion by Evans in the next over, as Wales struck again, Richardson with the catch behind the stumps, as Sussex slipped to 116 for 3. Van Zyl and Wright offered some resistance for the 4th wicket as they scored a brisk 21, but Wright was trapped LBW by Pringle for 9, with Sussex's lead at 98. Van Zyl and Salt came together, both striking boundaries. But there wasn't to be back-to-back half-centuries for Van Zyl, who turned 30 on Tuesday, as this time the South African fell 5 short of his 50. Another catch for Richardson behind the stumps, this time off Onions. 176 for 5 with just over 4 overs to go until tea, Burgess and Salt managed to steer the visitors through to the break, adding 17 runs in the process, the score at tea 193 for 5. After tea, Salt and Burgess continued to increase Sussex's second innings lead, and they put on a useful 41-run partnership. It was ended when Burgess fell, caught out by Onions off Rushworth's bowling for 20. Salt was joined by Robinson, and like the Salt-Burgess partnership before them, the pair put on some useful runs. In the process, the 21-year-old Salt scored his maiden first-class half-century, and the duo had contributed 37 before Robinson was out, falling LBW to Whale for 20. Jordan was the new man in, and he immediately went on the offensive, striking Steele for 2 fours in the 62nd over of the innings. Another 36 runs were put onto the total before Jennings, whose occasional medium pace produced 3 wickets in the first innings, broke through, bowling Salt for 72. Just 11 runs were added to the total for the final 2 wickets as first Steele bowled Garton for 4, and then Whittingham was run out by Jennings for a duck. 302 all out the final score, Salt the top scorer, Whale with 3 wickets the pick of the Durham attack. So, 264 the total required for a Durham victory, and the home team only just survived until stumps, Latham saved by a no ball when trapped in front by Jordan. In the end they scored 5 runs, so 1 day to go at Chester-le-Street and 259 required for the win.